my loves. You've reached Joanne and Elizabeth here with World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. If you're new to this channel, we want to welcome you. This is your new home for your twin flame connection. This is where we share the balanced union energy that we maintain every day to keep our twin flames in this permanent relating experience. And this is what we share with so many beautiful souls that do the same with their soul. So if this is your first time being on our channel, we want to welcome you and we want you to keep receiving this energy. When you listen to this video, your levels of consciousness is much higher than you were before you heard it. So if you actually heard this video, you're already getting deeper in soul without even knowing it. So welcome. We're so excited for this question. Go ahead, my love.
Here's the question. I've loved all the TF intimacy stuff you've shared, and this may be a really stupid question from mine, but when you're in that place of oneness with them, do you still get physically turned on? How can you tell you're in soul versus desire? Is it the same sensations in the body, but you're just present with it without expectation? I've been using that energy to create now, but I'm having a hard time not seeing getting aroused by my soul in another body as pure oneness and divine love rather than just lower desire.
Okay, so, oh my gosh, this is such a good question. You still are feeling into these energies in the body, but you're not just stuck in the body, if that makes sense. So I can see my body being excited and stimulated because it's our person, right? So you're obviously like really into this, but it's beyond the physical, right? So maybe in the beginning, when I was still in the lower scale of consciousness where I saw my person separate from me, it was just body. But when you get to the level of oneness, wholeness, being merged into the same being, you like kind of think of it like you're not running out, it's like forever flowing. There's not, because the difference between before and now is that it was never enough. Time with him was never enough. And so it was like it's like being in the desert and you're you're running out of water and you're out of water and it's always like I'm thirsty for the quenching my thirst, right? And when you get to this place of wholeness with your person, it's a sense of completion together. And all those physical things, it becomes one. Like I get lost in the body and mind, and it's now just soul. And in that space, we get lost in each other. And I don't just feel it in my body. I am all of it. It's like an immersion of oneself. And I know I've explained this before, but I'm going to say it again. My most deepest intimacy with my person reminds me of my deepest meditation by myself. It feels like out of the cosmos, out of the world, and pure being. And we get lost in each other because I don't know where he starts and where I end. It is being. And the physical aspect isn't like physical anymore. It's just pure being, pure pleasure, pure enjoyment of each other. And so, yes, you will still experience those things in your body, but because you are the conscious, you are conscious with your soul. It's almost like the body and the mind are there, and then the one soul is together, completing itself. And I know these explanations is really hard for me to explain is because the body is like, that's really easy, right? So physical body and what the body feels is really easy to explain because we've experienced that with soulmates. But when you're with your person, they are your exact match sexually. And so your intimacy is like heightened. And so what you used to feel, arousal and things within the body, it's not, it doesn't just like stay there, just like a typical soulmate where you can just feel what you're feeling. All the other elements are also being revealed to you. So this is that one time in the entire cosmos where you get to experience the full mind, body, and soul immersion with your person. And for some reason, the soul, like being intimate, the soul, it like hovers this like oneness between the both of you, and it like wraps itself around the both of you. And so it goes beyond the vessel. And that's where I mean we're melting into each other, where we're being one with each other, where you don't just feel the body, your mind is stimulated to its fullest capacity, and your soul is fully present. So I would say, as a three-part triune being, it isn't just the body, and the body isn't as heightened on its own. Because again, with a soulmate, it's just the body that's heightened. Maybe the mind may be heightened too, but as far as soul level goes, it's turned on to the maximum capacity. So you get to experience all of your senses in such a heightened state where it feels like time stops. And right now, I'm parked next to a tree that is like swaying so slowly for me, and I'm one with all of it. And that's what it feels like. It's like you're literally making love with everything of its existence. It's like merging with God. And I know the physical aspect is amazing, it's beautiful, but you also get lost in the spiritual merging of your one soul, because it's beyond the physical aspect of what's being revealed to you. And so the oneness I feel when I'm looking at this tree is the oneness that comes out of me when we're together physically, intimately. When we're together intimately, time gets lost and it's like slow motion into our oneness. But that's because I'm truly into soul. Like, I've shifted so much that even when we make love, when we hold hands, when we are talking, I'm in soul. I'm in soul. It looks like a part of me is like melting into the moment I'm in. So I don't just see the physical aspect of our intimacy. The physical aspect is there, and I'm obviously having an amazing time. I'm having the most amazing time I've ever had with anyone, because no one can understand me in this level than my person. No one. There's no one. They are your exact match inside and out. So especially when it comes to intimacy, they are your exact match. Things that resonates with you. It's almost like, okay, when you're both making love, you know how you both already are in the right frequency? Well, that's what it feels like when you're together. And so all of the things that resonate with you resonate with them in the intimacy. And all of the things that they know and you know are innate. It's natural, it's being. And so that's what we tap into when we are intimate with our person. We're tapping into the part of us that is soul. So I would say merge deeper, my love. Get deeper than the body. when you start transmuting sexual energy and start using that creativity of passion and love, it's never ending. It's like a fuel of soul, and it's a fire that lights within you. And when you are using that element, not just with your person, but like everywhere, right? When you're running, when you're writing music, when you're creating, whatever it is that your passion is, that's the fuel. That's the love. That's the energy. It's source energy. And then when you start to experience intimacy with your person, you get to appreciate that energy that you use to create with. You're also creating like another element with your person in the physical. And so it's like this place where it just keeps getting better and better. I want to say that's how I feel like it is. Intimacy is when my person, it gets better and better because more and more is being revealed to me of the one soul that we are. And if you're stuck on the body, because the body runs out, I'm going to be real. The body can only do so much, where the soul takes you in a new level that's never, your body and mind never took you before. And that's what I meant by like it's beyond the vessel. We are beyond the vessel, and this is out of the cosmos kind of connection, because you can have the body experience with everyone else, but the soul love experience is out of this world. Man, this is so deep. So deep. I love this question. Go ahead, love.
I know I do too. And you actually just made me think of something that sort of differentiates and distinguishes sort of the two energies. So yesterday, you guys, was calling, or I was texting Joanne because I was at the gym. My person and I joined a gym together. And there was two sides. There's the side with the weights, and it's like in one room, and then it's separated by a hallway. And then there's the side with the cardio. And I was in the cardio side, and he was on the weight side. And I'm texting Joanne saying, like, holy crap, he's so freaking beautiful his body and his physical was, right? But that's not how it is when we're being intimate. When we're being intimate, that whole mind just totally melts away. And it's like Joanne's person has said to her, you can't, there's not a closeness enough that can emphasize how this is together, right? So when we're being intimate, it's like, holy smokes, like my mind dissolves. Like seriously, that's why I say when I close
Yeah.
my eyes, it's like I'm meditating, because there is no him and me anymore. It is just energy. And it's like, I can't even describe it because there's no focus on the physical. I feel like his body is mine and mine is his. And I feel like his thoughts at that moment are mine and mine are his. And then as soon as we're we're done, and it's like I'm immediately back to the present moment. Everything prior is also dissolved. So it's such an surreal experience because there is just pure presence during the intimacy and after the intimacy. And that's the difference between desire. Desire is focused on what the mind is thinking about, right? It's different. Soul is just present with what is. And so when you can start feeling the difference, because it is very distinct, there's moments where, yeah, I might have physical desire and I go up to my person and I know I'm in mind about it. It is not, and usually like it doesn't go anywhere. Seriously, it doesn't go anywhere. It's not until I'm in
Yeah.
that place of oneness that it does go somewhere, and it's pure presence. And then, like I said, it remains pure presence. And that's where it's like, wow. So yes, there is physical desire when you're in a relating experience, but you have to understand that when it's through mind, it's it's just not the same. It's not it, because then it's just like there's still those fear based energies attached to the mind's thoughts, where the soul, it's pure love. It's like your heart is so freaking open, and you are a part of the immense, I can't even, the beingness of all that is, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. Like every single thing about life dissolves with our
Yeah.
intimacy because there is no other other than this time and space. I don't think of anything else. It is just being in that moment. That's the
Hmm.
best way I can describe it.
Yeah. And when I was saying the trees, like how they're moving and I'm fully present, this energy, it's the energy that Elizabeth just mentioned. That's the energy that is with me when when my person intimately. It's the same energy that I feel when I'm in the oneness with the trees and the birds because it's soul. You're making love through soul. And when you're making love through soul, you're fully present and in the moment. And when you're present and in the moment, you don't feel your body. You're not worried about it in your mind. You're literally in the immersion of the experience unfolding in front of you. It's the way that God created you to experience life at its finest, to be part of everything. So you become literally your person. When you're together, when you're together, you become them wholly and completely, where it's not just two physical bodies enjoying the physical aspect. The physical aspect is still there, but like I said, you're missing the soul immersion that is also present when you're present when you make love. That's the difference. And only your person can meet you because it's this big, big, like, it's this like huge bubble between the both of you that just like it closes itself within the both of you, right? And it comes out through your presence because our people meet us in presence anyway. So they're already with us because we're present. And then when we're present, it's like my tree that I'm looking at right now. The tree is like one with me, and it's a tree. But that's just a tree. So now that I'm present and I'm one, and the person I'm with is fully present with me because I'm in soul, because they're my soul, then when you are both together intimately, you are literally merging as the one being that you were created to be. Get deeper than the body. The vessel is temporary. When you can get deeper through the soul immersion of your being, you get to experience true creation of life through the both of you together. It's really beautiful. It's like an art, just explaining it. And all we're talking about is being intimate with our people, but like, whoa, it's a version of life itself, being one with everything, because our people is us. And so we're literally experiencing the universe through our soul. It's amazing. We love you guys so much. Have an amazing day. Bye, love.
I love.